be better off all alone.
What's up guys, and welcome to JNO United, bringing the best in football news, entertainment and games. Today we have another episode of the Return to Glory. We are playing two of the final games during and around the end of the transfer window, but we have already done a bit of business which we will get into. But before we do that, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, smash that thumbs up button for another episode of the Return to Glory for Manchester United on FM17. And in the comments down below, quickly before I get into it, try and guess the player I have bought for Manchester United. It is someone from Portugal to play in that midfield role right in the centre as a deep line playmaker. Have your guesses before we get into that. And to give you some time, we're just going to look at the fixtures we are playing today, and we are going to play a fourth round FA Cup tie against QPR, and then we will play the game against Stoke at Old Trafford at home just after the transfer window. And as you can also see in the Euro Cup first round knockout leg, we have Victoria Plzen as our team to face, and we've got a decent couple of fixtures which hopefully see us get to the top of the table before we face Tottenham, Man City, Everton and Chelsea, as four fixtures in a row that aren't exactly the easiest, although I think Everton aren't doing that well. And if we have a look at the transfers, we can see that we have sold one and bought one in. We have sold Marcus Rojo. He had a couple of performances where I didn't think he was doing that well. I've got my centre back free kind of sorted, and we now also have the 4-3-3 which we've been playing, which has done well recently. So I'm not sure I need as many centre backs as I've got. We managed to sell him for 10.5 million, which allowed us to bring in, and it's an expensive one, but I feel like he is the player that will make the formations work even better, and it is Adrien Silva. We have got him for 50 million, although it's not all up front 50 million. I believe it's 20 million with 30 million in the next 48 months. A lot of money spent, but if you look at him, he is a complete midfielder, and he has the mental stats that I really want to see, as well as the stamina. He's professional, plays short, simple passes, which I want, and you've got penalty taking 18, tackling 16, passing 15, marking 15, finishing 12, but first touches up there as well. All of the stats that I want in my midfield, this player has. Now hopefully he does the business for me. 27 years old, so we should get a good 4 years out of him. But we are trying to win stuff this year, and I think he could be the one that makes that midfield tick. Okay, so we're going into the QPR game, and as you can see, it's a rather strong lineup I'm playing, because I want to see how this works against weaker teams, the 4-3-3, because it worked against Arsenal, who dominated us previously in games when I played the 3-6-1. But this did well against Arsenal, and then we lost to Liverpool, going back to the formation we have been playing. The 3-6-1 formation is a formation that you have to have the right players for, and I feel like you have to build towards that, whereas I feel like the 4-3-3, a much more standard formation, a much more solid defensively formation, could be a better fit for the second half of the season, which could see us potentially win the league if we can get a good run of results going. So we are starting with De Gea in goal, with Luke Shaw and Danilo as the wing backs. We have Phil Jones and Manolas as the two centre defensive players. Silva sitting just in front of them, with Herrera and Pogba sitting in front of him. Rashford and Martial are playing as the two inside forwards. Martial is around Deuter, but I want to change that most likely to an inside forward. And then Wayne Rooney is up top as a complete forward on support. Now there is no reason we should be losing this game, so if this loses this game, we can kind of tell that maybe this isn't our formation for playing smaller teams. Okay, I'm actually nervous for once, because I don't know how this 4-3-3 works against smaller teams as Manchester United. I've played it in other versions of my saves on FM17. It's worked well for other teams, but I've not really played many games with teams as big as Manchester United. Silva's sitting there nicely, just picking up the ball and doing what he needs to do with it. Martial inside to Pogba. Pogba looks for Rashford out wide. Tackle, but Danilo with the cross. Forces a save from Smithies, but I'm not sure he actually had to save that. and QPR almost score. They're sitting back, so maybe I'm coming too far forward. Let's play in the space that's in front of them for a bit. Changing the mentality. Now Pogba with Herrera, with no rush to get clogged into their back four. Pogba with a shot, saved by Smithies though. Pogba looks better already in this formation. At the end of the day, if this loses, I'm not that bothered because it's only the FA Cup. Ideally we want the Premiership title. Rooney now has the ball to Pogba. What a finish by Pogba. Rooney lays it off to Pogba and Pogba slams it into the goal. Apparently that will be a season highlight. It's only Pogba's third goal this season, which is a bit poor, but Rooney just lays it off to him and bang. Smithies had no chance getting to that one. See, now I'm not worried about the counters because they have one person up there. They're really not going to threaten me until they change the tactic, unless they start passing it about, which I can't see them doing. Alright, Rashford now has the ball, cuts inside, finds Pogba. Pogba skips past his man, goes for another speculative shot. Pogba again with another shot, tests the keeper that time by the looks of it, and we get a corner. Alright, dying minutes of the first half. Our crosses are not finding anyone, but Rashford now puts it back out wide to Silva. I'd have preferred you to pass it back to Rashford there. He had some space in front of him instead of hoofing it back into the box. Do we still have working into the box on? We'll check that at half time. Martial with the header on. Martial heads it back in again. Herrera to Danilo to Rashford. Rashford with a left-footed strike that goes wide. We go in at half time only 1-0 up, which isn't the best against QPR, but we're not losing, which is the most important thing. We'll guard against complacency, thank you very much, and we'll try and have a look at the instructions. I've got work the ball into the box on. You know what, Pogba likes a long shot, so I'm not surprised he's taking them. Alright, Pogba finds Rashford. Rashford gets saved at the near post by Smithies. Alright, no shots on target by the opposition team is good. We have to remember this is QPR and they're not set up to attack at all. So that's not a surprise they've had no shots. But it's good to see that this is defensively solid. Alright, so Rashford now has the ball. Back out wide to Danilo. Back to Rashford. That's nice there. Rooney to Silva. To Rashford. Cross to Shaw. Header is saved by Smithies quite easily. But that was nice build-up play on the right there by Rashford and Danilo. One goal is disappointing against QPR though. But the last thing we want is to get counter-attacked ourselves, so we're not pushing forward too much. We're playing in the space in front of them, at least that's what I hope they're doing. Rooney with the shot, just wide of the post. We are testing, but we're not getting that shot that can beat the keeper or can be on target, one or the other. Okay, so QPR now playing the ball about around the back. They found a man out wide who's gone past Shaw, but Herrera picks it up nicely. Jones finds Lingard quickly. Lingard to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin to Rashford. Rashford to Rooney. I thought he's going to play it through to Martial then. Schneiderlin now has the ball. Long shot. Smithies with another save. We are making Smithies look damn good in this game. But we've won the ball back. Danilo to Silva. Silva to Herrera. Rooney to Lingard. Lingard has a shot and it's wide again. But Silva is doing the job I need him to do. It's not a glamorous job. It's not the most headline grabbing job, but it's an important job. To be honest, we are near the end of the game. It looks like it's going to be a 1-0 win, which isn't headline grabbing, but it's a result nonetheless. Won't make for the most interesting first game on a FM Let's Play. Rooney, who I don't even really want at the club to be fair, but it's done alright in this game and we win the game 1-0. Not the best result, not exactly how I imagined that game going. Rooney on a 6.7 at the end of the day. Silva only got a 6.9, I was hoping to get a bit better. But we dominated the game, that much is obvious. If we can do that against all teams, then we should win most games. So what we'll do is we will try that formation against Stoke as well. Hopefully it will do just as well, and it could be the formation we move forward with in this series. Okay, so we're back at Old Trafford for the game against Stoke, who are in 6th place, so they're no pushovers at all. They are playing a 4-4-1-1. We are going with the 4-3-3 yet again. We are starting with De Gea in goal, with Luke Shaw and Danilo as the two wing backs, Phil Jones and Manolas as the two centre backs, Silva as a deep line playmaker behind Herrera and Pogba, Martial joined by Mata as an inside forward with Rashford up top. Ibrahimovic is back from injury, but he's not fully fit yet, so we're not going to risk him. Hopefully this is enough to see off Stoke. Okay, so Arsenal actually beat Liverpool in their last game, so we need a win to remain 2 points behind them. Right now we are 5 points behind them, so we need this victory. Stoke can rain on our parade as far as being title contenders. Stoke have some decent technical players as well. Shaqiri just showing that by skipping past his man, but Manolas comes over with a beautiful slide tackle. Thank you so much, Manolas. You can now see the table as well in the bottom right there, and you can see Man City are only 4 points behind us, and then it's quite a big gap after that, and De Gea just about palms that over. Bit worrying of a start there. This is not how we wanted to start today. Hopefully it's just a slow start and we're going to start taking over the game now, but I am worried. I am very worried. God, Stoke had taken the game to us. Another Shaqiri ball whipped in. Am I reacting too late? Diouf offside. Okay, now Shaw with the ball. Is this actually a highlight for us? As long as it's not a counter-attack for them, I'm happy. Silva with the ball. Jones back to Silva. Plays the ball into Herrera. To Pogba. To Mata. Mata has a shot when I'd rather he passed it. We have worked the ball into the box, but you still get these players taking these shots. Okay, Shaw picks the ball up to Herrera. Herrera to Pogba. Pogba to Rashford. Rashford inside to Mata. Mata out wide to Danilo. Finds Herrera in the middle. Shoots. Just wide. That's better. We're starting to get into the game, which is important, of course. Naturally. Right, Danilo wins the ball though. Inside to Mata. One more to Pogba. Out wide back to Danilo. Come on, boys. Finds Herrera in that space again. Has another shot, but it's blocked. We've had no shots on target yet. Martial now has it. Out wide to Shaw. Shaw to Pogba. Blocked shot there. Shaw cross bravely getting in the way of that. Silva with the cross. I'm not sure I want Silva taking the crosses. We might have to look at that when we're offline. Martial picks the ball out wide though, tries to have a shot, hits it into a defender. Just pass it back to the man there, thank you very much. Danilo finds Herrera. Herrera inside to Rashford. Rashford shoots and it's saved by Butland. Finally we've got a shot on target though, and we're starting to get the chances now. Alright, I'm glad we've come back into it. It makes me feel like I didn't overreact too quickly by making a change. Now I've said that, they're probably going to score. Arnautovic with a ball in. Pogba picks it up nicely. Finds the ball out wide to Martial. Martial's got space to cut into. Keep running. Keep running. Don't stop. Right, Rashford now has the ball. Why have you shot from there? Why have you wasted our chance like that? You can tell I'm sitting up right now. I'm ready to make a change if it's necessary. Silva to Mata. Mata inside to Herrera. Herrera to Pogba. Pogba with a great ball to Martial. This is the one. No, it's not. It's just not. Okay, Danilo. Mata. We need the 3 points, boys. We need those 3 points. Shaw. Why are you offside? We finally put the ball in the back of the net, but we are offside. And that is it. It's time to make the change. We are going back to the tactic that has got us to second place. We are going back to the 3-5-1-1. Alright, so who has not been playing that well? 6.5, Rashford. 6.5, Herrera. So Herrera, you're coming off for a defender. Smalling, you are coming in. Do we go with... No, we're not going to risk Ibra. Because if I bring him on and injure him that quickly, I will hate myself. So Mata is going to go behind Martial. Danilo and Shaw picking up those wide midfielder roles yet again. Pogba and Schneiderlin with Silva in the middle. Let's go win this game, please. Pogba to Danilo. Danilo finds Schneiderlin. Shoot Schneiderlin. Get in, Mata. Yes, the change has worked. Going back to our old formation, and we have pulled a goal out of our behinds and gone 1-0 up. Thank God for that. Schneiderlin here, calm, doesn't shoot and get it blocked, finds Mata in the box, Mata tucks it away. Beautiful, 1-0. So it looks like teams I should be beating, especially at home, I should stick with the 3-5-1-1. And then if it's a hard game against teams like Arsenal and Mata, where have you been? Why haven't you been doing this all game? Mata has just scored a free kick. And as I was saying, against tough teams, we'll then play that 4-3-3 formation. But, bang, that change and we are 2-0 up. And suddenly we feel comfortable. And again, we're only 3 points. Why are we only 3 points? Oh, because the draw. Duh. I got my points mixed up. As Smalling scores, while I'm trying to figure out my maths, Smalling goes and scores a third. Literally, we've changed formation and in 13 minutes... we scored 3 goals. Mata with a cross. Jones with the knock on. Not sure what Butland's doing there, but Smalling goes, thank you very much, mate. From one Englishman to another. Cheers. That change made the difference quickly. And this is where we're susceptible. Counter-attacks against this 3 at the back formation is very, very possible. Look at that. Look how they just find the passes through my defence. But De Gea does manage to save that. That's the one thing I don't like about my 3 at the back formation, and I still haven't figured out how to stop it, is they can find through balls like all day, all night, all year. Just seems too simple for them to break that back line, probably because of the space between them. But then if I make them more compact, they're just going to play it out wide, surely. But can't complain. 3-0 victory. We can be pleased with the result at the end of the day. Silva got a 7.1. Kind of still want more from him, but 7.1 isn't too bad in this performance. Mata clearly stands out as the man of the match. Only got 1 key pass, but then he came up with 2 important goals to make sure we stay solid in that second position, and we're still chasing Arsenal for that first place slot. So guys, before we go, we will look at the fixtures we'll come back in on, and I'm thinking the Everton and Chelsea game, unless you guys really want to see the Man City game as well, but that will give us a couple of games to play through, and we'll come back in at April, near the end of the season, when we'll only have like Bournemouth, Palace, Southampton, West Ham, Burnley and Watford left after that. But hopefully we'll still have some Euro Cup fixtures then as well. So Everton and Chelsea, home against Everton, away against Chelsea. I think those are the fixtures I'll come back in on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.
Glorious, no